I've done pretty well.
Yeah, good. Nice. Yeah, I poured a little bit in, and then I like sold out, and then brought back in because I had to go back to work.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
mate. Yeah,
I'm not one of those guys. I'm not one of those guys that came in and, hey, watch me open 1,000 packs. That's not me.
no, me
I'm the
not.
exact opposite.
Sometimes I had a few pack openings, but not a great deal.
Yeah.
Yeah, this live
Yeah,
within your means. Yeah,
I'll open them. I'll open them from time to time, but probably the most packs I've opened on screen is maybe 10, maybe 15, but that's
that's
about it.
nice. Yeah, I've opened it. So you're from the US then?
I am. I am born and bred here in the States.
You love it there?
Been around the world a little bit when I was in the Navy. Did a little bit of traveling, but that's about it.
You love it there?
Well, there's pluses and minuses. I realize the United States is kind of the butt end of the joke in the rest of the world, but what you gonna do? This is where I live.
That's it. Can't change where you're from.
I think there's pluses and minuses everywhere.
Sorry. Your food size is a lot bigger than ours, isn't it? Like your normal meal sizes and things.
I think it's, you know what's happened, and I used to be a certified chef. I've done a lot of things in my life. um, I think what's happened in the United States is that it's marketing, and what people have been marketed to is either you can go out and you can pay good money for and get good food, a smaller size, or you can get mediocre food but get a bunch of it. And that's what people got used to. So the super size me generation from the 80s, 90s, where McDonald's started doing that, and then everybody got used to these huge portions. And it's very common for me and my wife to go out to eat, and you bring half of what they gave you back home, and you have another meal or two off of just one meal, right? So
That's all right though. Yeah,
yeah, I mean it's good.
yeah. Usually
But
here you go and have a meal and you're still hungry when you leave. You need to usually buy
yeah,
two or three. Yeah,
yeah, I guess it depends upon where you go. I mean, oh well,
here's what it is.
I think it's all marketing.
So, what's your plans at the moment for the game with your cards and that? Are you upgrading anything, or what are you doing there then?
Well, obviously lately I've been focused on land.
Yeah.
The only cards I've been really updating lately have been ones that I've gotten through chess, which are the soulbound ones, obviously, but as well as cards that I've been using in Splinter Forge, so they're dual purpose cards. So I use them in Splinterlands, but they are also useful in Splinter Forge as well. And as well as cards I'm specifically buying for lands. So
Okay.
that's been my action lately. So
How many plots you have got at the moment then?
I've got three, and one of them is yet to be claimed.
Ah, so you'll get to do a stream with that and see how it goes.
Yeah, I'm waiting for 130, which is called, what's it called? Daggervale.
Okay.
Yeah.
In death, isn't it? Or just out of death?
Yes.
In death, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, Jay's waiting for the same. I think he's waiting for a different name that he likes. But
I just thought the name was cool. I got the idea from Gathering the Magic, who comes on my streams once in a while. And he's like, yeah, I'm waiting for Daggerdale. And I'm like, I didn't even know there was a Daggerdale. It sounds cool. I'll keep one of my lands. So we're both going to claim a land in there. So,
nice.
and I had, through doing different videos, I had explored the ideas of buying an expensive land and going deep and just doing like one land, or going wide and buying commons and just putting commons on there. And obviously it's all a gamble at this point, right? But
Yeah, we don't know.
I think my latest video about the topic was about how much it's going to actually cost to feed these cards you have on. I think a lot of people are going to be surprised about how much maybe the first month of land, how much you're going to have to pay to feed the characters you have on these lands. So
Yeah, isn't it about $2 to $3 a day, basically?
yeah, it is. And it basically it escalates as obviously you want your land to produce more, so you have better characters on it, higher level cards, gold foil cards. But as you increase the production, you also increase what you have to feed them.
Yeah, they eat
So
more.
it's a double-edged sword, right?
Definitely, definitely. It'll be interesting to see. I'm sort of curious how they're going to make the occupied and the magic, if they're going to do like, like the occupied gives you some type of essence or something to make the spells go together, or the new cards. I'm unsure how they're going to integrate that with the magic cards, because I was looking at it and you can see that there's all different types of magic. So does that mean, is the magic spell going to be juiced from that, or is it going to be the magic card itself? Because they said it was two different things.
I don't know.
That's why
I don't know. It's kind of open, and yeah, it's still in development now.
Yeah.
The only thing we know is that I do have a magic land. I was lucky enough to draw a magic water land, and the one thing we know is that that will contribute towards the what's it called, the
Secret of Pretoria.
Secret of Pretoria. Yeah, that's it. And then obviously the other one will be a bonus on mining SPS. So
yeah, the occupied.
Yeah. But we've got to understand, I mean, it's taken a long time to get to this point, but they've really done a lot of development just this year.
Yeah.
Right? So I mean, at the end of last year, we didn't know any of this, So
True. And like it says, not saying it's going to be pushed back, but it could be pushed back again, if you know what I mean. The next upgrades, was it 1.5? The next one?
Yeah, I mean, I'm never surprised by that, right? They had to lay off a bunch of people. The team got smaller. They got leaner, and they improved their development processes, going agile. But and they're doing a lot of work for a smaller team. I don't know exactly how many people they got there now, but for a smaller team, they're pumping out a lot. But I work in the software business. I'm never surprised by a few, pushing it back a little bit.
Yeah, it'd be better for it to be done right the first time, so it's better to wait a little bit, if you know what I mean. Especially because of how long everyone's been waiting for it as it is, so.
Yeah, I think everybody can wait a few more months just to make it right. I am surprised about how many DEC and SPS sinks that they built into the land.
There's a lot,
They basically they're trying to save SPS and DEC with land, because there's every time you turn left and right, you have to spend DEC for this or SPS. I was surprised at that.
Yeah, like it says, you just won't know what it all entails until it's all done. Because like I said, there's some type of shops, there's this. It's all really expensive. That's why it made me think, maybe just grab a couple of like lesser lands, and consolidate down and not be worried about my real expensive ones. Because when you did the numbers on the keeps and the other things, it was only basically earning 5 lands. So if you had 5 common lands, it could do the same thing. But by saying that, we could be totally wrong with that, and with the Secret of Pretoria and the other things could give you a lot more bigger bonus that we're not going to get by them cards and things I stated before. That's why it's so suspected. It's either take the risk now and then, or wait and pay more for it later. So it just depends what we want to do. I seen you were making some content of, what's the other one? I haven't tried to play it yet. Was it Golem Overlord or something? How's that been?
Yes, the newest game just came out about 2 weeks ago. Golem Overlords on the Hive engine. It's not a fleshed out like card game like Splinterlands is. It's more like they've had a lot of these games over the years where they're browser-based games, and you increase your strength and your defense and whatever it was, your castle or whatever it is, and then you try to invade and fight other people, and that kind of game like that. So there's not a whole lot of gameplay to it. You come back to the game every 6, 8, 12 hours, and you harvest your resources, see if you've been attacked, etc. Up your stats, that kind of game. But he's really worked in, this guy's a smart guy. He's really thought about the tokenomics. The tokenomics, and we're talking about a game and I try not to get. I've been in a lot of these games in the last few years, and I try not to get fired up about this stuff and get all the FOMO going.
I've been burned as well. Yeah, I understand.
But I did the math. My brother pinged me at work the other day, and he's like, "Do the math on what you're making today. $53 one day, and I probably put $100 into the game."
But if you put it in, you would have compound down. So to buy the same equipment that you got now, it probably costs a lot more, though, wouldn't it?
It does, because the token has, which is called PART, P-A-R-T, which is short for Golem Part. When the game first started, it was selling on Hive Engine for roughly about 30 US cents, right? Now it's going for over $2. Or no, over $1, about $1.20.
Yeah. Is that sustainable, though, for a long time? Because it's only just at the beginning as more people start farming.
Well, here's the thing. The tokenomics, and you know as well as I do, you can't really say this with any kind of crystal ball, right?
Exactly.
But I'll tell you that the big difference between this game and a lot of the other games like Splinterlands that I've played is he has focused almost the whole game about you have to burn the token. You have to burn at least 75% of the token that you harvest. Otherwise, the amount you harvest starts going down by the same percentage. And you can go all the way down to 10% or less. So, you know, it remains to be seen. The game is only 2 weeks old. There's a lot of people that jumped in in the deep end and went in, and they're making a bunch of money now. But everything is focused around burning that to up your stats, basically.
Yeah, I clicked on it and had a look. I had a look-see, and I was like, oh, yeah. You got to buy some stuff or something. I haven't gone any further yet, though. I'll have to wait and see. I just wanted to see what it does for a little bit before I go, oh.
It's kind of the same idea as buying the spell book, right?
Yeah.
It's roughly, I think, $14 US in Hive. It's 30 Hive, so whatever it is today. And it just, the storyline is it's a staff you can control your golems. And he is, another thing I'm amazed at is how much development he's put into this game. He's this guy's working 24/7. So.
Nice. Cool.
And it's fast changes every day. I could put out a video with the changes he's doing every day, but I don't do that.
It'd give you lots of content, I suppose.
Yeah.
Be hard to keep up with it, though. Yeah, if that's pumping out that much.
Well, I'm trying to do a bunch of different games on my channel, but I'm trying to keep it kind of evened out, and I'm kind of trying to still keep it Splinterlands heavy, right?
Yeah. How's the Diablo going? I'm sort of interested. I've played every Diablo except for this one that's still coming out in the launch mode or whatever. But since I went to Splinterlands and played this game, I don't play any other games because I can see it as a waste of time now. Where I can see if I can earn something, I don't even want to go back and play that. So I'm sort of like, but I used to love it, so I don't know if I'm going to attempt to do it.
I spread myself out because if I do too much of one thing, then I get burnt out on it. So I like Diablo. I always have. I've played Diablo since Diablo 1. And in several of my videos, I admit it right up front. I'm like, I'll tell you the truth about this game, but I'll admit it. I love Diablo. It's just one of those type of games I love to play. So when I played the open beta a few weeks ago, it looked good. It looked like a game that was still in development, and there were issues. And there's always going to be that level balancing type issues and things like that. And there were some other issues I pointed out as well, but they have a few months. A few months is not enough to make major changes to the game, but tweaks are happening, and there's a lot of other podcasters or YouTubers that are putting out other videos. They made a lot of announcements. I just haven't done that. I did see that they sent me an email that they're having another upcoming weekend for another stress test on their servers.
Oh, nice. So if you were preparing both of them between last version and this version, what was the preferred so far? Is it similar, so I can get an understanding, or is it more like the last version, or is it totally revamped and new?
It's very similar. They're all going to be very similar, but this one reminds me more of Diablo 2
Oh yeah.
in that it's got a darker storyline. It's gory. This, like I said, is my my brother's boy was watching in on my live stream when I started streaming that, and they started, and he's a younger boy, so I had to ping my brother and tell him, you better pull him off the live stream because some of these cutscenes are pretty brutal, right? So,
The
um,
gnarly. Yeah.
so it's a much darker storyline. Diablo 3, I loved it for what it was, but it wasn't as dark as Diablo 2. So other than that, the gameplay is very similar, but they've got some tweaks to it because it's a very fine line when you're tweaking a game to interact correctly when you click with your mouse and press the button. It's got to fire. It's got to happen exactly because you've got 100 mobs around you, right? And just a slight fraction of a second, means your death, right? So I did notice some lag time and things of this nature, but it's all stuff they're working on. So
Nice.
I imagine it'll all be ironed out.
So we already touched on majority of your Splinterlands stuff. Before Splinterlands, how did you get into crypto? What did you decide that you liked about crypto, and what made you move and go, oh, I'm going to try this out or see how it goes?
Well, I was a miner.
I was as well.
As I said, I'm in IT, and I've always loved building computers and stuff like that. And when I heard that there was a way to make some money or do crypto with a gaming rig, I set about finding some extra graphic cards and building special built rigs to sit down on my workbench downstairs and just mine away.
Nice.
And that's kind of, I didn't go whole hog. I wasn't one of those guys that had racks and racks and racks, but I had a few sitting on my workbench. And then that's kind of what led me into the crypto game.
How many did you have, and what was the most amount of cards you had on one rig?
3 rigs and 5.
5. Did you have trouble after trying to put more than 5 in?
No, it's just I built them specifically for like 5.
Okay. Oh, because of the motherboard that you used?
Yeah, it was the motherboard, power supplies, and I built these PVC. I built frames out of PVC where the
Gotcha.
where the motherboard would sit below, and then be bolted. The motherboards were zip tied with pegboard. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, yeah.
Pegboard
Like
underneath them.
I've made my own. Give me one
Yeah.
sec. I'll grab you one. Give me a sec. Hang on. Let's see. Like that.
That's yeah, it looks very much like that. Yep. Yep.
Yeah, I used to do the same thing
But-
for a bit.
But we, as time went along, and it got closer and closer to Ethereum going, proof of stake. Yeah, I was searching for the word there. And our electricity here was just kept going up and up, and I had to make a decision just to start pulling them offline.
It was the same situation for me. Like we all had heaps of them, and they were running. I don't know. I had a lot of cards, a lot, but it was expensive here for electricity. Like really expensive in Australia. We pay a lot for our electricity. So as soon as the bull one ran away, it was just not profitable. If you know what I mean. The proof of
turn them
work
off.
didn't help. What was that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I said time to turn them off.
Yeah, so turned them off. But like I said, basically it's ASIC dominated now. Yeah. What did you prefer to mine them when you did? Did you just sit on Ethereum, or did you use speculative coins, or what did you usually do there?
There was a few different coins I mined. Mostly I used the service Unmineable.
Okay.
And just I mostly did that. for a couple years, there was another couple coins that I mined, and they're slipping the top of my mind right now. But
That's right.
I just got tired of jumping through the hoops, so I just switched to unminable, and it worked well.
And it would just automatically profit switch for you into Bitcoin or something
Yeah,
similar to like Nice Hack, wouldn't it?
yeah. You know, when I first started, I tried NiceHash,
Yeah,
right?
Nice Hack.
And
Yeah,
then yeah, they had the big thing,
yeah,
and I'm like, yeah, I'm done with that.
yeah.
So I went to unminable, and it worked fine for years. I mean, they took a little percentage, and I could switch back and forth, and you know, go from Doge or whatever else I was doing. It would basically mine Ethereum and convert it. So.
Yeah. Yes. So that's how you got into it then from mining, and you just were looking at another outlet to switch what you were doing to earn something else. So that's how you got into
Yeah,
gaming.
I mean,
Yeah.
at the heart of it, I'm a gamer, and who doesn't like the idea of making a little money, right?
That's it. Did you get burned on any other projects when you tried during that period of time? Did you try a few and they didn't work well for you?
No, I've been lucky, knock on wood, right?
Fingers
So
crossed.
I've been lucky that I haven't been burned on anything. But whenever I go into these things, I'm not one of those guys that goes in whole hog. And I talk about this on my videos all the time because a lot of my videos are pointed at new folks starting the game. And I kind of emphasize that you got to have your budget. Don't spend more than what you feel safe losing, right?
Yeah.
It's kind of like my talking to people going into a casino, right?
Yeah, because that's technically gambling, isn't it? Realistically.
Yeah.
Yeah. My missus says the same thing. I don't listen to her though, but I understand where she's coming from.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
Well, I try. Once in a while. Once in a while, I go a little bit overboard, but you know.
Happy wife, happy life.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Yeah, you gotta listen to it sometimes. Yeah. Cool. Okay, is there any other subjects you would like to discuss or anything you would like to chat about?
No, I mean, we can go wherever you want with the conversation.
Right,
Sounds
sweet.
fine.
We can have a battle or something in between. We'll have a battle
That's
on that.
fine.
We'll do a battle.
Sure.
So your IGN is just the Bronze Dragon, yes, or do you want to play from a different account?
No, that's fine. BronzeDragon.
Okay, give me a second. I'll grab it. I'll send you. What do you want to play in for? I'll just move another screen up. Give me a second. Yeah, okay. So, what do you want to play in for the? What level?
Let's go modern and let's go gold, I guess.
Gold. I don't think it lets me do modern, but I can play in gold. I can change it to gold.
Okay, that's fine.
I can do.
My collection is not too wild heavy, so.
Yeah, neither is mine. Mine's majority new cards as well. I send it when you're ready. Oh, okay. So we got slow and snipe, yeah?
Pretty high mana match.
Yeah, it is. Was it 50, 59? I'll move the
59. Yeah.
I'll move the save screen. Okay. I'll submit my team. You submitted?
Yeah.
Oh, so you're waiting on me. Sorry. Here we go.
Oh, that's all right.
I'll go back
Okay.
to the Discord and then I'll share the screen. Do you want to share or do you want me to share?
You can share.
Okay, there we go. Okay, I'll press play on it. Pull up the rule set. Okay. So I pulled up the rule set so everyone else can see. Do we have any thoughts on the match, or we're all we just want to play?
We'll just go ahead and play. Let's see how this plays out.
Right. have a look. That dragon card's such a good card.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah, it's great.
Unfortunately, I only have one BCX.
It still does its job though. With the it's a good card. They're having trouble getting through Bakjira.
Yeah. It's a good tank.
Yeah, the Lily helped as well because it makes everyone attack that for that rule set.
Yeah, Lily is one I do not have yet.
I only just got it. If I didn't get that land, I wouldn't have had it. I price
Yeah.
average
Wow,
back
you
in.
just mowed through me.
Yeah, it's because of Lily. We'll send another one, yeah?
Yeah, go ahead.
Give me a second. Okay. Back to gold. Okay. It's coming through. Oh, you submitted. You quick. Oh, magic heavy. Oh, I didn't unshare my screen, so you've seen what I was doing. Never
Wasn't
mind.
watching.
Never mind. It's all good. Good. I'll press play on it, yeah?
Yeah, go ahead.
Righto. Let's see. That's a good card. I don't have many of them yet. I think I got one. The rewards card there. Okay. We'll do the best out of three, so we do one more. First one to three, yeah?
Sure.
Cool. Where are we?
You got me again.
Yeah, I might just be having a lucky day. Usually, GA usually beats me all the time. But I could be just having a lucky day.
Lost legendaries. And earthquake. I'll try that. Now you can see what I I did it again. Oh well, it's alright. Coming down to the water. Okay.
I'll press play on him. Yeah, I don't have one of them yet. Your card in the second position. I forget what he's called. He's a good card. I was looking at him and I was thinking on some good things I could use with him. Especially he gets that. What is he? He gets where that the is it the card that heals? It stops it from happening. What is it called? He gets not triage. It takes it
Yeah,
away
go
when
on
you get
yeah.
I forget what it. It's like a yellow little thing. Yeah. Oh, just again.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. Well, we can stop if you don't want any more, or if you're good.
Yeah, we can do whatever you want.
I'll send you
It
one
is
of them.
clear that I'm getting rusty after having my bot play the games for me for a while.
My bot plays for me as well. I think we use different bots. I use Archmage, don't you?
I do. I
Yeah,
do.
I use Splex. Not Splex, sorry, not Splex. My bad. Xbot,
No.
sorry. Yeah,
Xbot. Yeah.
Xbot.
Yeah.
Yeah, my bad. Sorry about that. I got that wrong. Thanks for the battles. Appreciate that.
Quite welcome.
I just sent you 2 packs. So
Oh, thank you, sir.
you're welcome. You're welcome. Appreciate the battles. They should went through.
They did.
Awesome.
Just received them.
Kill, kill.
I'll
Awesome.
open them on an upcoming video.
Sounds good. Yeah, yeah,
Well,
true.
it's been good talking to you. I do appreciate the invite.
Yeah, thank you very much. And yeah, we'll have to catch up a different time or do something else. Hopefully, get Geo on.
Definitely, definitely,
Yeah,
I'd be up for another episode.
perfect. Thank you. It was great having you on. And yeah,
Okay.
do you want to plug your channel and stuff so we can? I'll put the link in below so everyone can see where you are, what content you create, and see what you're doing at the moment.
Sure, I'm Bronze Dragon of Bronze Dragon Gaming. Bronze Dragon with a zero at the end instead of an O. And I cover all kinds of gaming, especially on the blockchain and with Splinterlands and Splinter Forge heavy content.
Perfect. And I'm Sep, and we're signing off for another episode. Have a good one.
Have a good one. See you on the